Before the show begins, we would like to share with you how this remarkable movie was created. The WonderGrove Wizard of Oz is a feature-length movie entirely produced with elementary, middle, and high school students nationwide. This is a first in the history of cinema. The Wonder Media team wrote the script, divided it into 27 sequences, and then invited 27 Storymaker schools from around the country to produce their own unique sequences for the film.
Sometimes when I come home from school, my mom will ask me what I learned today. And one day, I told her I was in the portable all day working on Storymaker. She said, well, what are you learning when you do that? And I told her, well, we learn how to negotiate with each other. We learn how to manage our time. We learn really good teamwork skills.
We learn to persist when things get tough, and we learn communication skills. There have been many times when animation gets tough and we're like, I don't know what to do. We've never done this before. And so we'll call up Wonder Media, Jason, one of the people that works there, and he'll guide us and we'll figure it out.
Adding on to communication and social skills, sometimes we get into arguments with each other and our teammates, and we're like, well, I think that should go there. And then we're like, no, but this should go here. And then it helps, we've learned to get through that and just move on and go on to the next thing.
Another one is technology. Doing animation helps us learn for when we get older, future jobs.
And with Storymaker, it can be different. You're making a whole new world with other characters on a computer. You get to create whatever you want. You get to write the script. You do get to create your own little world with a character.
First, the students had the opportunity to revise the script.
We changed up the order a bit, and we changed the lines to fit the character who was saying those lines and what they like. Like Gerald is saying, do you like art? Because in the character bio, he is an artist. Ryan stays the same. We just change up the order a bit. And then Brandy says, what about music? Because she enjoys music.
Then, students conducted table reads.
What do you like to do?
I don't know.
Do you like art? Super cool outside science?
How about football?
I like composing music.
Then they revised the script again.
Or maybe if she said like, let me think about that. Or like, because she says she doesn't know, and then a few lines later she knows.
Do you think it's because she's nervous? But yes, I agree with you. Maybe she needs to go, let me think about that. Because then what you're saying is somebody could critique that as not being a good. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so like, no, it wouldn't be, let me think. No, just,
When they were happy with their changes, they turned them over to be cleaned up on the computer.
Before we were reading through our script, found out that there was changes that we had to make, voted on the changes that we had to make, and came out on what we're going to have as the final piece of paper, except for it's just a little sloppy with the pencil markings on it, and so we're going to give it to Ella, the person who rewrote the script, to rewrite it on a Word document.
Then they auditioned voices for each of the 17 speaking parts.
To be honest, I'm not a fan of spiders.
And?
Spiders? Is it spiders? I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of spiders.
We are trying to figure out, it's supposed to be like a nervous type of voice. And from that first impression, which voice did you like? Which talent did you like better? One or two?
I liked the second one because it projected and sounded more scared. Yeah. As like if you listen to the first one, you'll see what I mean by it. So
Spiders? It's spiders? I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of spiders.
it's just kind of flat.
So and it's like announcing something.
Yeah,
number two is definitely more.
I think so then if you listen to number two,
Kind of goes fast. Is it spiders? I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of spiders.
She's definitely like frantic and like
and
worried.
it also goes
It definitely
faster.
fits the sequence a lot better.
Makes it.
So you need that, what we're trying to say is the key part of your recording that makes it much better is that personality in your voice that fits the situation in the sequence. And if you have that, it links your voice.
Not everyone who auditioned was chosen. The students also learned to add metadata to the digital files for another level of organization, so they could quickly find the digital files when they needed them.
When we export it, we go character name. We're going to be descriptive. Character name.
Lioness.
Underscore. SEQ with a dot. Or sequence. And then the number, which is this one's 19.
Sequence 19.
And then I do Wiz, W-I-Z, not Wix, Wiz, underscore of Oz. So then we know that this recording was the Lioness.
And you should have it.
No. In sequence 19. And this is,
Not yet. You have to do .wav.
Oh yes, and you gotta add dot WAV because otherwise it doesn't recognize the file and threatens to send it into Booneyland, which we don't know where that is, and we would never be able to recover it. So now you can save it.
And you can add in the...
Then came the delicate process of directing the voice performances.
Megan again.
Spiders? Is it spiders? I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of spiders.
Louder, please.
Spiders? It is spiders? I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of spiders.
If you could you just try to make it as... Are you as close to the microphone as you can be?
No, I'm not. Here, I think I need to lower it again.
So normally you would just, if she was talking too softly, that's fine, then it's her normal voice. I would just adjust the recording volume to where it needed to be.
Learning to capture the perfect performance requires patience and clear articulation.
Imagine that you're talking to the people of Oz. You're at the Emerald City, and all the people have gathered around you, and you're Dorothy, and you're going to give a big speech about how you liked Oz. You're not going to yell at the crowd, but you need everybody to hear.
Quiet on the set. 3, 2.
Is it spiders? I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of spiders.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
Music is an integral part of the movie, and learning the music for the movie was a type of authentic learning.
4 beats of 3. Hazel, what is your guess? 3 over 4, which means 3/4, so we're counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If we're in the key of C, what chord is on 1?
C.
Yeah. What is on chord on 4? F. And what is our chord on 5? We've done 2 other songs. Some of you have been on the super bass. If you have, don't go there again. We want other people to have chances. If you were on the glockenspiels last time, trying to switch that up.
The music teacher took each of the chosen songs and created specific music arrangements for 29 students to perform on 29 musical instruments.
Ready?
For each song, she required that the students learn a new instrument. In all, she created 87 music arrangements. Then the students used the Storymaker software to bring the characters to life with animation.
Okay, so here in Timeline is where we put movements in that match our audio. So here, right I can look at my script to see when to insert a movement. So I need a wink on my movement. So right about at the end, I will put wink. And then I'm licking it off. I bet the horse enjoyed that job.
Simultaneously, the students used digital software to paint the backgrounds for each of their chosen scenes. First, they had to figure out a way to calibrate all of their computers so that there was a consistency for each color.
We went to WonderGrove, and there they have all of the files online. So we download them and bring them to Outlook. There we can paste them and send them to each other where we can all look into them. So once you have yours, we're going to use this palette to code them. So we have bricks, main wall color, more bricks. Most of this is at night, so we're going to have night. We have a few buckets with water in it. Once we have that, we're going to download it. It's going to come into a picture, and we're going to use the snipping tool. Then I go into Paint, open up a new Paint document, and I can paste it straight into. So now you have this, and normally you'd also paste your background into it, so you could shrink it down into the corner and just zoom in on it. And then brushes. If you hit this, you can go right into this, and that would be your color.
Lucy and I are trying to coordinate our colors because we are the same bedroom and medicine.
And I have the hexes for all of the colors, which I'm giving to Lucy so she can coordinate her.
Then, they used software to enhance every minute detail in each scene.
Make shading from the moon so it looks more realistic, and you can see like shading on the cups here that the moon will be shining on. And then I can just take it from the moon and kind of just like spray it so it looks like the moon is shining on the cups. And then after I do that, I can take just my marker and make an actual shading on the cup like the moon is shining on it. So then now it looks like the moon is shining on the cups. You can see the detail there.
The students were also inventive with sound design.
At Riverview, practicing our Walla Walla for sequence 23 in our Wizard of Oz movie. And Walla Walla is when a group of people get together to imitate something that would be from a movie. In this case, it is cheering. And the lioness has just been chosen as the head of the royal guard by the wizard. And how will you react to this as the crowd? 3, 2, 1. So we're here doing a little bit more of our Walla Walla, and in this case, it is the crowd whispering at Emerald City when Dorothy walks into Emerald City. And the crowd's like, "Who is this person? What's she doing here?" And we're gonna see how well you guys can imitate that. 3, 2, 1.
Once the assets for each sequence had been created, each school delivered those assets to Wonder Media to assemble into the final film.
So with Storymaker, when I'm talking about making mistakes or failing, they actually are to the point where they'll actually look at it, not like it, and I don't even know if they look at it as a failure anymore. They look at it as, that's not what we want yet, and let's redo this. I especially see that because a newer portion to them is actually coloring and filling in those backgrounds and making sure that they are all on the same color palette. And so I guess at that point, they would have to do more remakes on that, or they'll fail more. And I love to watch those conversations. I mean, they will have a conversation about why the color should be this color and defending, but they won't get in arguments. It will really be a discussion. Okay, that doesn't meet what we said. You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it? And they will fix it. And they don't mind making a mistake or failing because it is about growth mindset. My kids on this animated movie on the WonderGrove Wizard of Oz, they know that this is a first. That makes them even more excited. You will see them working. You'll see them. It's kind of just fun to sit back in the room and watch like they're on there working like on the background. So let's say, because I think I picked that out because I've seen different people be leaders. Like I have my regular kids who they will jump up and be a leader in every single thing. but different kids are leaders. And some of my 4th graders are being leaders in that. And they're like so excited because they know, 1, they're the originals. 2, they know they're building memories. We talk about building memories. The Easter parade, what a memory. Everything that they know that it's something that they're going to look back on and they're going to go, ha, we did that first. No one else will have been able to do that before us because we're the people who are doing it the first time.
Now, please enjoy the show.